The following video will be of my reactions pre-game, during the game, and post-game. So keep that in mind. A very anticipated matchup for me this Saturday is the Denver Nuggets against the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, I'm remaking this video I had on the day of Game 1 because I think it's good to have both perspectives rather than making two videos. Now, why is this a good matchup, right? Well, first, character-wise, our archetypes are fairly interesting. We have Kawhi Leonard, amazing two-way player, 2 times Finals MVP in his 13th active year, is doing really well. James Harden, the Clippers offensive unit with great synergy. I think that you won't really get that with maturing with the career that Harden has had. Nikola Jokic is having another MVP year and might not even get it though, even though it's one of the greatest offensive peaks we've ever seen. Zubac and Powell are also having one of their best years ever, but let's see what we're working with here, right? Now, with Kawhi, many had been extremely worried considering his performances in January, but it was really just him coming to form and recovery and all that. He had went from 16, 4 and 2 on 57% true shooting to 26, 6 and almost 4 on 63%. And as for defense, I think when it comes to his age, he's doing well. His basketball intelligence helps a lot. Because while he can stick to his assignment, he's still a looming threat on the field by just keeping his eye out, and a lot of stuff isn't required on having extremely fast burst speed or something like that. As for Harden, he's had great wins against teams over 500 by scoring over 20 points and retaining over 8 assists, and he's currently averaging 23, 6, and 9. And yeah, I'm rounding up, but like, be real, it's really close. And he doesn't even need that large of a clip anymore with how many good scores he has on the team, but I don't really write it off considering that he is the main guy a lot of the time. Now, we also have Jokic here with averages of 29, 12, and 10 on 57, 41, 80. He accounts for around 45% of the point production on the Nuggets if we're just considering points and assists. If we're converting the rebounds to their value of a possession being a point, that means that Jokic single-handedly accounts for 53% of the value on average. Zubac has an extremely well hook shot right now, extremely efficient, I'd say too, which is something that he leads the league in. And in addition to that, he's leading the league in offensive rebounds. So I do think that should be a large contributor to the game, considering that offensive boards. No one on the Nuggets really likes to contest that much. Usually when you do see someone getting the offensive board, it's because Westbrook is really feeling it that day. And or Gordon was just, he happened to be close enough. Powell has a 7-4 record against winning teams when he's scoring 20 plus points, and when Harden and Powell both score over 20, they're 5-2 against these over 500 teams. The perfect sweet spot of synergy for the Clippers doesn't exactly need to exist, as this team does really well with sharing the wealth, and they have a bunch of hitters with them, and they've done really well against some of the most defensive teams in the league. So my thought process going into the series is, as long as they keep control of the pace of the game and not lose in large leads, they should be fine because, they're kind of better. I didn't count out the Nuggets, but it was difficult to truly list the positive things about the Nuggets as is. I'm never going to be really one to count them out. It's just that a lot of their stuff doesn't look good on paper, but you can always see that, oh, hey, look, Aaron Gordon's going crazy today. Jamal Murray is actually shooting correctly. And there's always room for them to win. All right, this is me in the second quarter, and during the game, I just realized, oh yeah, maybe they can just foul Harden and Jokic out. So what does the team look like after that? I know I saw Braun and Westbrook have 4 steals together by the halftime. Watson got 1, and honestly, with the Clippers roster having 3, the third oldest average in the league, I don't know. I'm not going to look away from this. This is potentially an issue considering the movement. My issue right now is, I guess, how much can they really run away with these extra possessions? Using athleticism is good and all, but I don't really think they can blitz like that while having, primary players being like Jokic, Gordon, MPJ, Murray. Murray can move well also, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like players like him move with a lot more caution, seeing as, if he gets injured, then you kind of have to wrap up this postseason. But can the Nuggets do well with Jokic in foul trouble? I still think so, yeah. As a player, he doesn't buckle to that much or even this type of caution, considering that he matters so much to the game. So he's like, honestly, I'm just going to go out and do my job. The Nuggets did well in the second quarter with all of these fouls on the Clippers. And for a bit, all this flustering that just led into a good 13-2 something run for the Nuggets to close out that huge gap they had for a bit. But I think the Clippers got their pace back by resetting in halftime. Their bench had also been missing for a grip, but defense-wise, at least they're still applying pressure and annoying the Nuggets. Factors I also had thought about but didn't put too much stake into it because it's kind of asking a lot for them had been Chris Dunn and Bron. Because if the score is going to be as close as it is, and these two are moving really well and kind of kept the flow of the game going steadily, the credit I'm giving is more so of I guess I'm being appreciative of them, but I don't really know the phrasing, but it's more so their secondary pieces where my expectations aren't too high. But if they do good, then I think it can be a decider. I think Chris Dunn can be a huge factor in this, especially Bron. He's like the fastest person on the court, probably because he's 24 something, I don't know. How much can they make this all matter to? Especially when their offensive engine is off the court, Harden, Jokic, either or one of them. So this is where I'm at here, and as someone who isn't a Westbrook hater and understands that he's on a vet minimum, and the vet minimum is a vet minimum, I'm liking what I'm seeing in terms of tenacity, but goddamn, Russ, holy shit. That's what I said when looking at him, and I'm checking at the box score right now too. I didn't even process that Murray was 4 for 13. This is sick work. Here's an assessment that I had before the game, right? My assessment had been that Jamal Murray averages 3 turnovers in his losses against teams over 500 and 1.8 in his wins, right? The higher he scores, the more he wins. His games where he has over 6 to 7 assists, they're 10 and 8. So the only true way to gauge Jamal Murray is when he's good, but they can still lose. So Jokic and Murray are a great combination for sure, but I think the loss of KCP still affects the team, even with considering his performance in Orlando. I think Jokic makes up the difference with lifting up everyone as a player, so KCP wouldn't look the way that he does right now. In addition to that, I'm not going to be a Russell Westbrook hater continuously as he does what he's asked of for, and he's put into situations where no one will be him there, effectively misusing him. Plus, we know that Westbrook's weaknesses, we already know that, he's having issues with shooting, etc., and we know that works. So how the Nuggets act with said information in mind is what matters here. I think he's capable of stops. I think he's capable of playmaking. He can still be effective, but in the role that he's made for, right? I understand that being malleable and versatile matters a lot, but as for someone who's on a vet min, I mean, come on, man. What are we doing? Putting on extra expectations to this player. And I think that still applies. And that's all I had from quarters 1 through 3. I think the fourth quarter can hinge on maybe Murray recognizing that, hey, look, this is another LA team. And maybe he goes harder. But anything past this, I don't know. Bron's being extremely... he's trying really hard. As for what that amounts to, I don't know. That's your opinion on how well these efforts are. Granted, I'm watching the game currently. Here's me in the fourth quarter now. Russ, oh my god. He is giving up free throws by being extremely overzealous. This is ridiculous. I believe that he can go and do these feats of athleticism, but right now I'm wondering what is the assignment here? What's going on with this decision making? Back again, and oh my god, they're shooting the lights out. See, this is what I was saying earlier, okay? Murray is good when he's good, as much of a redundant statement as that is. As much as basketball is usually determined on how large a performance you have throughout the game, if it's going to be this close and it's okay, you know what, you did suck earlier, but all that matters right now is how we're going to close it out. 1:27 left. All right, Jokic is on the line, and that was one of the most odd skirmishes I've seen, and it amounted to 2 misses by Jokic. They had the ball for a whole 2 minutes or something. I know everyone's trying their best, but oh my god, this was mosh pit gameplay. They're scared for their lives. And also, why is it that every time the Clippers get a slow motion cam to see what had just happened, it's all Zubac putting up something, Russell Westbrook is flying through the air trying to guard it. This is how these fouls get called. He gave him 4 points or an attempted just off of these. 18 seconds left. This James Harden floater. this is basketball. This is right after the, oh my God. No, never mind. See, this is what's going on. Yes. The pass to Russ because he's open. I completely understand that. But what in the hell was that? Okay, anyways, it's overtime. Fine. All right, cool. Whatever. 2 minutes and 7 seconds, another steal from Jokic. This is why he's like second in the league for steals, bro. Just, you can't, I know he moves like a turtle. He moves like a bag of concrete. But I promise you, 49 seconds left. Oh my God. All right, right there. I was sick because it made me think of what are the Clippers in clutch when Kawhi and Harden are guarded like this, because the done miss, unfortunate as hell. I don't know. But then he gets the steal and it leads to the Harden 3. I don't know, man. Like, how much is needed? 9 seconds left. Oh my God. There's no way Russ had been the decider of this game. Oh my God. I talked all that. Bro, oh my God, man. He knows how to shut people up. This is ridiculous, dude. Bro, we had gone this whole time where it's all like, is Russ doing good? Is he doing bad? What's going on here? And then now it's just, oh no, he is the one. He's the decider. He's the reason why they won this game. Or even maybe he was also the reason why the lead got ahead too. I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to, I don't know my assessment on Russell Westbrook. Powell with a 3-ball. I cannot believe what I had just seen. The locker room for that is going to be one of the most wildest things ever, because everyone should be in shock with what they had just seen. I understand. It's like, okay, fine. It's game 1 in Denver. Who cares? That's good. It still could be like up to 6 and the Clippers win or whatever the heck. I really don't care who wins. I'm a Suns fan, originally speaking. Like that's my basis. I'm just a spectator here. But if I'm gonna tell y'all what's up, I don't know. This is, wow. It all caught up so fast. I'm learning with all this. And just seeing the box score after, that's the thing. I'm watching the game. I'm not looking at the box score too much. But when you see it after, you're like, damn, they got this many turnovers? Crazy. All of this. All right. But whatever, man. I don't know. I don't have anything else to say. Crazy work. Wow.